Licensed marriage therapist, clinical director at Growing Self, author of Exaholics, Breaking Your Addiction to an Ex-Love, and she's here in the flesh to discuss heartbreak during the holidays. So please welcome Dr. Lisa Marie Bobby to the panel. Yes! And of course, there is never an ideal time to have a broken heart, but the holidays can be especially hard. So we want to get to some of the viewer comments who are going through this, or they have loved ones that are going through this. So this viewer asks, a recent breakup has me really down. What can I do to not let it ruin my holidays?
In order to really answer this, we first need to change our understanding of what's actually happening when someone is going through a breakup. The old story that most people buy into is that you end a relationship, you feel sad for a little while, you eat some ice cream, time goes by, and then you're better, right? That's what happens.
Been there.
Wrong. That is actually not what happens. And that idea that that's what should happen really messes people up. What is actually true is that love is a biologically addictive experience. And when we lose a relationship, in order to really heal and recover, you need to go through a recovery process that actually has a lot in common with like healing from a substance abuse type issue. It's very much the same. And so for this person asking their question, my advice would be to change your story of what should be happening. Like maybe have some compassion for yourself and what you're actually going through, and release this expectation that you should have a happy holiday this year.
I have to chime in really quickly because I want to know if the formula is true. It takes about half the time of a relationship to get over it.
No. Who here has known somebody that's gone through a breakup or a divorce and like 5 years later is still ruminating about their ex, feeling so sad about it? Time does not heal. It needs to be a very active process. There are stages of recovery and people can get stuck. Yeah.
Gotta go through the stages.
That's that old story, right?
Yeah.
That this is how it should heal. And when people are just like, oh, well, we were together 6 months, be better in 3 months.
Yeah.
And then they're like, what's wrong with me? Because I'm not
more
better.
pressure.
I've known people that have been in like a 6-month, 9-month relationship that like years later are not okay because they didn't know.
Dr. Lisa, you should do a book on tape. I'm so relaxed. Yeah. I feel like I'm at a spa. All right, let's get to another question. This viewer asks, my spouse and I recently separated. My company's Christmas party will be my first work event alone, and I have told very few people about the separation. How do I answer the question, hey, where's Greg?
The dreaded question, where's Greg?
Yes, but
I hate that question. No,
Greg.
Like, where's Mark? Where's Joe? Like, I hate that. I hate having to answer to people.
Well, especially at work, right? Because we need to have some professional boundaries. But I think that it's so smart of this person to even like be asking this question in advance, because that's the key, is to have a plan for how am I going to answer that question. And so, you know, figure out like what are my boundaries, and to have something prepared in advance. So you can say what feels true for you, like high level. You know, we've had some changes in our family this year, you know, so we're taking some time. He won't be at this party, but tell me about you.
Switch
How have you been? And most people, like, that's enough. They move on. Some people, though, they're going to want to know like all the juicy details. You might get a prior, right? And so then to be able to again say, yeah, you know, it's been a hard time. We're taking some time off, but I don't really want to get into it. Like,
that's so much better than what my answer was from my ex.
Tell us, Erica, what was yours?
They would say, where is so-and-so? And I would say, in his skin. Yeah.
Which works.
Yeah. I mean,
it's true.
A little passive aggressive.
Just literal?
Yeah.
Like, literal.
What about
you're like, and I don't want to talk about
Dr.
it.
Lisa, what if they're like, that jerk slept with our neighbor and he's gone?
But see, and that's what a lot of people do when they don't prepare, and then you're like, you've had wine, exactly.
The affair.
You're oversharing.
You want the whole office talking about the affair?
Yeah, Greg's a dirtbag.
Greg is a dirtbag. But I still love Greg, and now you're like crying, and there's the vice president, and you know that's like not a good thing.
I like her answer, saying he's in his skin and had an affair.
We have different philosophies, but I guess listen to Dr. Lisa.
Yeah, listen to Dr. Lisa, please. For more information on Dr. Lisa, make sure that and how to create love, happiness, and success in your life, head to growingself.com.